Disclaimer. This is a topic that goes way deeper than the depth I'm diving into in this video. This video is not a breakdown of Georgia gang politics. In this video, my plan is to take an overall look at Lazer 700's life and legacy, commenting on what I feel could let him into getting involved in street politics, and how Lazer 700 is one of the most unexpected but unique artists to come out of the Atlanta underground music scenes. His crazy lyrics, chaotic rap style, and grimy lifestyle propelling bro into the stratosphere, view-wise. Thanks. I hope you enjoy. Devakius Kashawn Hamilton, better known by his stage name, Lazer 700, is a fast-rising, altogether unique artist coming from the Atlanta underground, who arguably blew up off his meme-worthy delivery and arguably became a genuinely great artist somewhere down the line, by the way of consistency and bro's personality. This is the story of Georgia's underground underdog, Lazer 700. Originally born on March 8th, 2002, and raised in a small town in South Georgia called Cordell, Lazer would apparently have a rougher childhood than most financially, though there was also light as well, as he'd be brought up and raised by his mother and eventually grandmother, who he often raps about in his music. His mother being separated from his biological dad since Lil Lazer was young, he would have an influx of father figures moving in and out of his life constantly. In fact, it was one of these stepdads that got Lazer into music to begin with. When Lazer was about in the 2nd grade, his mother's boyfriend at the time would wind up setting him up a makeshift studio at his house, inadvertently sparking the rap ambitions that he would later on fulfill later on down the line. We don't know many specifics about Lazer's childhood criminality, though I expect it to be more than average given that he's currently banned by law from setting foot in Cordell County, according to the Reddit. Kinda similar to how Rakim is banned from Augusta. In Georgia don't play about their laws. Rakim was doing robberies and was assumed to be a murder suspect, so that's why he was banned. I have no idea why Lazer was banned, or even if he was truly banned. It's just a thing I saw on the Reddit. So grain of salt, motherfuckers be capping. You know this. As an extension of Lazer's alleged criminality, bro was also said to have been the class clown in school, and he would also skip class a lot to go and record music and maybe steal some shit. While Lazer had been playing with rap since early 2013, he wouldn't go on to drop any music he made until August 14th, 2018 freestyle that released under his then stage name, Love for the God. This track would be pretty nice, especially as the first release. It almost reminds me of a less produced Young Nudie, which just so happens to be one of his early influences, so it's probably what he was going for. As you would probably know if you listen to Lazer's old music, he used to rap pretty regularly, which is pretty surprising to any new fans of his, seeing that he's always so fucking chaotic and weird with his flows. This, in my opinion, makes his weird ass flows later seem way more purposeful in his delivery. Though, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The next year, Lazer would go on to put out his debut album, 4's Up. I've no clue bro's correlation to the 4, like if he was gang related I'd assume he'd mean he's blood, or maybe he's referring to Zone 4, but bro is from South Georgia so that also doesn't make sense. Either way, this album almost sounds like the Awful Records era Cardi in vibe, but with more effort and emphasis put on lyrics specifically. It wouldn't be until 2 years after this album that Lazer would go on to drop his old stage name and begin going by Lazer 700, starting with this August 23rd track, Demonic, which happens to be a continuation of the Awful Records Cardi vibes from his first ever album. Lazer back in this era was still rapping pretty normally compared to what he later would go on to do flow-wise, leading me to believe that bro was never bad at rapping, he just ended up trying to make some unique shit later on down the line. The first song of Lazer's to ever really gain traction would be his February 3rd, 2022 track, Outside. While this song is only 1 minute and 25 seconds long, it would blow up wildly on SoundCloud, getting 240,000 views on SoundCloud alone. From this point on, Lazer would begin to make music like crazy, dropping back-to-back long-ass albums like 2022's The World Is Yours and 2023's Hot Streak. Both these albums gaining consistent viewership, averaging around 60k views a song. All of this consistent viewership on SoundCloud would lead to Lazer's popularity bubbling and bubbling. Lazer's breakthrough would be coming quite soon, however, as in late 2023, Lazer 700 would officially be born with the album 8890, as this would be the first time he would ever dive into the chaotic and dark plug sounds he'd go on to embrace heavily down the line. This style change would lead to multiple tracks on Lazer's next album, Disaster, to reach well over 100,000 views. Examples of that being songs like Blammer, which got upwards of 488,000 views, no music videos or anything. Lazer 700 had built so much undercover pressure from his years of SoundCloud drops that when he would drop his August 6th, 2023 music video for the song What's Really Going, it would gain a huge surge of attention, very quickly hitting YouTube's algorithm and racking up 1.2 million views on his very first music video ever. Bro was still rapping pretty normally back then, but even still, he was one of the better of the time. The first real music video with Lazer's abrasive but unique style would be the September 16th, 2023 track Out of Bounds. In this song, the instrumental is a highly experimental, almost syringe or Eric North type beat. For my non-SoundCloud viewers, it's a very underground industrial techno type sound. Shit is very hard to describe. Lazer's flow would also be way more chaotic and weird starting with this track. His lyrics make it work though, even though it damn near feels like a fever dream. For about the next year, Lazer would drop track after track after track. To avoid making this video an hour fucking long, I'ma just focus on what I deem to be the standout music videos that most accurately describe the time in which it was released in his career. It would be in the new year of 2024, January 20th to be exact, when underground music outlets began to take notice of LazerDim's unique style. Add that on to his consistently growing fan base, and they'd end up promoting the Remove Wanted level music video, and this would also lead to a hell of reaction channels around the time finding bro's music and reacting to it. Whether his music was being passed around as a meme, or it was motherfuckers going, yo, why is this actually hard, Lazer would slowly and steadily begin to gain a strong core fan base. This of course being helped by his infectious personality. While most artists tend to ignore when motherfuckers blatantly meme and make fun of his music, LazerDim 700 decided to play into it and take it to a full extreme. A prime example of what I'm talking about would be this March 24th, 2024 music video for Tony Dim. This song would have a comically bad beat, with Lazer himself rapping offbeat consistent enough to make it sound like he was doing it on purpose and he knows what he's doing. He was rapping about being dirt poor and robbing motherfuckers while being in a dilapidated house. It's literally the prime viral video, and viral it was. This one music video would wind up getting 3 million views by the time it finished growing. And even still, it's got Russian dub versions, meaning motherfuckers from all around the world, even Russia and Ukraine, are trying to bump this motherfucker. After this viral success, Lazer would go on to flood his channel with music, dropping track after song, all averaging around 500 views a video, with specific ones breaking the million threshold. Those ones being Greg Heffley, Resident Evil, and All Time. Those tracks getting 2.4 million, 1 million, and 1.7 million views, respectively. At the same time, Lazer was beginning to network with streamers like Blackboy Max, and as well as other artists like Babytron and hella others. It's odd, but his crazy chaotic style led him to be shoulder to shoulder with the mainstream artists, leading to his viewership to constantly go up and up and up. For a good while, Lazer slipped into the meme shitpost territory with songs being horrible quality and just put out to be put out. That would all change come December 11th, 2024, with the release of WTM, or What's the Move. The track would go on to tone down the craziness a bit, and show off that yes, Lazer can flow over a dance type beat regularly if he wanted to. This return to some structure led the track and music video to get 2 million views as of this recording. It's genuinely pretty good, I go back to it pretty often. The final track of LazerDim 700's to break 1 million views, thus far at least, was the January 8th, 2025 track Greened Out. This would almost be a return to form, as he'd post up on the block he started shooting music videos at and rapped his more chaotic, dark plug cadence, with this track getting over 1.8 million views. Many people like to downplay LazerDim because of how wild and abrasive his music can be, but it's arguably the level of abrasiveness and the amount of consistent output he delivers that propelled his constant growth. Add all that on to the fact that bro is damn near a comedian on Twitter and has great charisma and personality in interviews, and it's almost like bro is the perfect package to blow up fast as shit. Skipping past the plethora of other music videos he dropped, the most current one to this script being written is the September 21st, 2025 track Maniac, which in my opinion sounds like bro finally went to the studio and paid for a good mix and mastering motherfuckers, cause this song sounds leagues better than his older chaotic shit, and it's in the same style as that chaotic shit. This song getting 70,000 views in 8 days, but it's still growing, so that number might still change as time goes on. Because of Lazer's lack of noticeable gang ties, and the fact bro definitely loves music given how much he posts more than he fucking breathes, it's safe to assume bro will only get bigger with time. especially as he begins to make the rounds with all the big streamers and interviewers. Bro is one of the most charming motherfuckers to come out of underground Atlanta since Awful Records, and if you know how much Awful Records inspired me, you would know how much of a compliment I mean that as. As always, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe with the bell to be notified of all my future uploads. Let me know who else y'all trying to see and I'll add them to the queue. And at 2,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be doing a Q&A live stream, so subscribe if y'all want, unsub if y'all don't. With all that out of the way, peace out. Chill.
Fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
They're doing their part.